Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. Today we're going to be going over my team selection and preview for Double Game Week 25 and any transfers that I'm thinking of making. So if you're excited for the video, make sure to drop a like down below, leave a comment, what are you doing with your Double Game Week 25 team, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So starting things off, in goal we do have Kepa, who is away at Spurs. I was definitely expecting a couple of clean sheets in his last two games, especially against Southampton at home. That didn't happen, and now he's got Spurs away. I mean, Spurs haven't necessarily been that great lately, and of course I do have Kane, so if I do decide to keep him, I will be having Kane against my goalkeeper. So the ideal situation there is that Kepa saves a penalty and then Kane scores the rebound. Never happens, but either way, I can't really play Ward at home to Arsenal. Both are bad options. It just, I guess, depends on who's going to score more and who's going to make more save points. I feel like Arsenal are going to absolutely go to town against Leicester, just like United did. Whereas maybe Spurs only score one against Chelsea. Who knows? It could finish 1-1. No idea, but I'm going to go Kepa over Ward. We'll see what happens. The back line currently consists of Shaw, who hasn't got a game, who obviously I will be getting rid of this week. Ake, who's got Bournemouth away, and then White, who's got Leicester away and Everton at home. I'm quite confident about Ake this week because Laporte was not in the Champions League squad with City. Neither was Kevin De Bruyne as well, if you didn't see that news. And Pep said he wasn't sure if they were going to be able to play by the weekend because they were ill or something. So hopefully that means that Ake will play away at Bournemouth. I don't expect a clean sheet because City can't keep one to save their lives. But at the same time, Bournemouth aren't too good this season. I know Forest weren't like great either, but I mean, I don't know. In that Forest game, I thought we was always going to get something. And even though it was just one chance and City should have battered us like 5-1, they didn't take their chances, so it did finish 1-1. Bournemouth could do the same. And so it's just going to be one of those games that we'll have to wait and see. But I do need Ake to play that game because I'm only going to have 11 players this week. So I really need him to do something. And then obviously Ben White, Leicester away and Everton at home. I'm expecting him to start both of those games. I know that Tomiyasu obviously started the City game, but he had an absolute shocker. And so hopefully Ben White does start both of them. And, you know, if he starts and comes off on like the 65th minute, I'm fine with that. Because he's never really going to get me anything more than clean sheet potential. He did nearly get an attacking return in the last game, but obviously Nketiah missed it. I think he hit the crossbar on it or something, but yeah, White was actually getting a little bit more forward in that game, so I don't know if Arteta's told him to or not. But either way, double game week for Arsenal. You're going to have to hopefully get something from them. They're going to be like the make or break players this week. Anyway, though, that's the back line. And, of course, I'm going to go over my transfers in a minute. But, yeah, Shaw will not be in my squad. The midfield, we have Rashford, who, of course, is also not playing. We've got Andreas Pereira, who's got Wolves at home. We've got Ødegaard, who's got Leicester away and Everton at home. And then I've got Saka, who's got Leicester away and Everton at home. I'm thinking Saka captaincy this week. I want to wait for the press conferences because he did have a bit of a knock in the last game with his foot in the Villa game. So hopefully he's all good. You know, if there's any kind of doubt about that, I'll probably go Salah captaincy because I don't want there to be any doubt over my captaincy this week because it's going to be such a massive decision. Saka, Salah, and Haaland are going to be three massive captaincy choices this week, and I think it's just going to split the community on who to go with. They're all on penalties. Obviously, Saka and Salah have a bit of an edge because not only are they midfielders, and so they get like an extra point for a goal, they get a clean sheet point, they've got a double game week, so it just makes more sense. But obviously, Haaland has got Bournemouth away, so I don't know, it's going to be one of those. But either way, that's the midfield at the moment, but of course, that's going to be changing a lot. And then up top, we've got Mitrovic, who's got Wolves at home, who again, potentially won't be playing in that game, so I'm going to get rid of him this week. I just don't want him in my team. I hate having him. You know, I've had him for every single penalty miss this season, and I think he's only scored once when I've had him, and that was in the game where he also got a yellow card, so couldn't play in the next double, in the other game in that double game week. So I've absolutely hated having him. He's just caused me nothing but pain, and I know the last time that I transferred him out before a game week where he was injured, he went and got like an absolute haul. That's going to happen again. I know it is, but I just don't want him in my team. I just want to see the back of him, and I'll just be so much happier when he's not in my team. And then obviously I've got Kane at home to Chelsea, and then Haaland away at Bournemouth. The bench does consist of Ward, who's got Arsenal at home, Patterson, who's got Villa at home and Arsenal away. And some people are probably going to ask me why I'm not just playing him anyway. I don't think he's going to get any points from this double game week. I don't think he's going to start. He might come on for a cameo, but Deitch basically just put out like a really good kind of, I don't know what you'd call it. He just basically spoke really highly of Seamus Coleman, especially after the goal he just scored. And I don't think that Patterson's going to be taking that spot away from him anytime soon. Sean Dyche likes the experience. And obviously, Coleman's been playing well under him, so there's no reason for him to just randomly throw Patterson in there. So yeah, I know it's a double game week and Coleman might not be able to play both, but I think he'll start both and maybe come off at halftime in one of them. I don't think it's I don't think it's going to be beneficial starting Patterson really at all. And then obviously I've got Fernandes and Trippier who also aren't playing this week. So I do have 4 blanks. I've got 2 free transfers in the bank though, so I can obviously sort my team out this week. So let's move on to my transfers. I made a massive error this week, by the way. If I just went early with my transfers, again, which you should never really do with like Champions League midweek and stuff. But basically my original thought was to get rid of Shaw and to get rid of Fernandes. And with that, I could have brought in Tarkowski, and then I could have also brought in Salah as well. Unfortunately, though, I am now priced out of that move because Fernandes went down in price, which I was really surprised about. But I thought a lot of people would be selling like Rashford and Trippier and stuff instead. But either way, Fernandes went down in price to 9.8, and then Tarkowski went up in price to 4.3. So I'm now priced out of that move. I still want to make this move, but I think I'm going to be taking a hit to get Mitrovic out. That will still allow me to field 11 players, because this week it means I'd field White, Ake, and Tarkowski at the back, and then my midfield would be Ødegaard, Saka, Salah, and Andreas Pereira. And so it'd be a 3-4-3, and then up top I would get rid of Mitrovic for somebody and then play Haaland and Kane. And this is barring, like, there's no point in making the transfers now because obviously City still have to play and stuff. You know, if Haaland gets injured, that completely changes everything or whatever. But Mitrovic is going to be my -4 this week. I think a lot of people are going to be taking -4s this week. Obviously, people are playing hits and taking hits and everything like that, which is fair because it's just to get the best kind of game week out there, team out there for the game week. But yeah, I've got 6.6 mil in the bank. Obviously, in a perfect world, I could bring in Darwin Núñez, but obviously I don't have the money for that. So I think that the player that I'm probably just going to be bringing in is Gnonto for Leeds, who does have Southampton this week, and just play him in that 3-4-3. And then, you know, it's likely that Leeds don't blank in game week 28. If they do, that means that Salah doesn't. It basically just means who wins out of that Fulham Leeds game in the cup. So whoever wins out of them means that either Fulham and Liverpool are blanking, or like Leeds and stuff. So I'm more confident that Fulham are going to win that game, which is also another reason why I do want to get rid of Mitrovic. Obviously, if Leeds end up winning that game, it still means that Andreas Pereira and Salah don't blank. So either way, it's nice. And so I'm kind of bringing in players that are going to be playing in 28, because I don't think I want a free hit in 28. I think I want a wild card in 27, and then maybe, I don't know, free hit in 29, because 29, like with all those doubles that have just been announced, I think there's going to be a massive swing there, because like Arsenal don't double, Liverpool don't, no, Liverpool do. Arsenal, I think it's Arsenal, City are 2 teams that don't double, and obviously that's 2 teams that people have got a lot of players from, and so, and also Spurs as well don't double in that week. So it's going to be nice to free hit and not have to worry about losing all those players. So that's why I kind of want to save it for that. Also, I'd much rather free hit in a double, because there's just so much more points on the table than free hitting a blank game week. Like game week 28 is going to be a horrible red arrow for me, because I'm just only going to be able to field, like, to be fair, if I dodge the doubles in 27, or if I wildcarded or whatever, then yeah, I'd be able to like attack those double game weeks with like Brentford and Brighton and stuff like that. But if I didn't, my transfers would just have to be to kind of sort myself out. But I'm thinking of wildcarding in 27 anyway. We'll have to see what happens with game weeks and stuff, and how like any more doubles and blanks get announced. But either way, that's in the future. Right now though, yeah, I think I'm taking a hit this week and bringing in Gnonto. I mean, at the end of the day, if I didn't take a hit, I would have had to play Mitrovic anyway, and I don't think he's going to start. So I think it's not the worst hit in the world. And again, it frees up 1.5 mil in the bank as well. So if I do want to like bring in any other players throughout the next couple of game weeks, then I easily could do. Another thing that I could do is not bring in Salah, which I'm really not a fan of at all. Let me get the fixtures back up real quick. But yeah, Salah is an option that I could also not bring in. And so instead of Salah, I bring in Gakpo. But the thing is, from that Champions League game last night, both Núñez and Gakpo came off on the 60th minute, and Jota and Firmino came on. So I think there's a lot of hesitation from my side going for them, because I feel like their minutes are a little bit of a risk. But either way, this is another option that I could do, and obviously bring in Gakpo, bring in Darwin Núñez, and then for the hit, take out Shaw for Tarkowski, which does still give me 2.7 mil in the bank, which is a lot of money. And then I can easily bring in, like, I guess, Tony for game week 27. Obviously, part of my plan is to also potentially get rid of Andreas Pereira for, like, a Brighton player or something, or a Brighton defender for Ake or something in game week 27 for the doubles or whatever. But this is another way that I could do, and that would give me an extra double game week player, but I'd go without Salah, and I just think it's so risky not having Salah, especially because Salah's the only player that's like nailed on. Like for 90, and also he's on penalties as well. So yeah, I think my moves this week will just be Shaw out for Tarkowski, Fernandez out for Salah, and again, I could easily get out Tarkowski for Patterson for Tarkowski, but if there is a chance that Patterson gets back into the squad, he might play in game week 28, and that might help me just potentially, you never know. Ollie Watkins is also another option that I'm kind of thinking about, because he doesn't blank in game week 28 as well, so I'd like to get him into my team as well, some way, shape or form. But either way, that's how I'm currently at the moment. Of course, we've got Champions League games still to play, we've got press conference to take a look at before I lock in my transfers and everything, but that's kind of how we're looking at. Either way, if you enjoyed the video, drop a like down below, leave a comment. What are you doing for your game week 25 team, the double game week 25 and the blank? It's a bit of a crazy game week this week. Subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bells, everything from me. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and until next time, peace.